It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Hey, you just stole that from You Don't Know Jack.
Shut up, man. It's called an appropriation.
The Aussie Gamers Experience.
It's all Aussie.
Beware though, this show is a little bit sweary.
Enjoy the show.
G'day everyone and welcome to episode 346 of the Aussie Gamers Experience podcast, coming to you on this beautiful spring evening live on YouTube. I'm of course Snoogs. Joining me tonight is the one and only Lucas as always. How are you, mate?
Mate, I'm very good, thank you very much. I have had a hell of a day pulling cars apart and I'm a little bit wounded. I've got a cut on my thumb. Can you see that? You want to see that? Look at that. That's like a massive big flap of skin.
Tasty.
And I just went and flopped it back forward, and it's mate, I'd say I'm like Wolverine, mate. It's almost healed. I'm all good. So yeah, no, I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Another Monday out of the way, and I got up today, so that's always a good way to start the day.
Yeah, what are you expecting to die in your sleep any day soon, or?
There's always a possibility. I actually, I went out last week to a job site. I was pretty excited about that. Actually, getting out and getting back to some sort of sense of normality, which was fun. Unfortunately, the job site I had to go to, there was an issue, but it was still good to get out there and we got it rectified. It was good to actually get hands on. No.
Okay, well then that's not a very
something
story.
Nearly fell down.
Was it a crane?
No, nothing that exciting.
No, was it? Can you just at least next time you tell a story like that, can you just make it up?
Okay, I'll just yeah. Look, it was I was dodging shit. The side walls on the side tire walls on the car are worn down because I had to flick it around so much before getting out of the way of stuff just bombarding. All the while people were standing on the side of the road clapping for...
Okay, now that's a bullshit story Tuesday. No one's going to believe. Anyway.
All right, there we go.
G'day everyone, I saw A10 popped in. We were worried about you.
Yes.
The new Bradbury. We weren't worried that Radicus was a little late, but he still was here before the show kickoff, so that's all right. G'day, Human Grub. Welcome. A few regular names there.
As well.
The Skrill Man. Welcome. We've got a show for you tonight. You know how they always say, like when you're watching like either a radio show or a TV show, we have a fantastic show for tonight. Shows. You don't listen to radio shows? Is that what you said?
No, you said watching radio shows. I prefer to listen to them.
No, I watch them. I don't
just stare at you sit there staring at the radio?
Yeah, no. There's video feeds as well now. God, what are you, like Mr. 1992? Get with it. So old and grey you are. Anyway, back to the point I was
There's
making.
a saying, face for radio. That's why you don't want to watch it.
That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Thanks, Dad.
Okay, fine.
Anyway, what I was saying is that you know how, say, let me adjust this so I don't send Pops onto a tangent again. When you're watching a TV show or listening to a radio station and they say, wow, we've got a fantastic show for you tonight. Well, I just say, well, we've got a show for you tonight. Whether it's fantastic is, well, that's up to you.
Yeah.
That's up to you to decide.
It's a show. We'll do our best.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
What's radio? Isn't it podcasts now? Yeah, well, that's true.
That's kind of what it's like.
Mainly listen to podcasts as well while I'm out and about in the car or whatever. Sometimes, it's a little bit conceited of me, but sometimes I listen to my own show, this one, and listen to it back and see, what other people might be thinking whilst listening to it. It's never good, so I haven't listened to my own show in quite a while for that reason.
Yeah, that's kind of why I stopped listening to it back as well, thinking, what were you thinking? And now I just do what I do.
Can I mix things up a bit? I'm going to go ask about and do the giveaway entries from last week. I'm going to do it at the top of the show. I think that's probably a better way to do it.
Get into it.
Let's get these out of the way.
That sounds like a fair idea.
For those of you that aren't aware, we are giving away a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X. The winner of this giveaway gets to choose one or the other. And if you watch this show or listen to this show, because as Snoogs has just learnt, that's a possibility these days, you can earn yourself entries into this giveaway simply by chatting away. Either talk to yourself, talk amongst the other chatters, or talk to us during the show, or after the fact, leave a comment on the video on YouTube. Also, Snoogs introduced another way to earn entries last week by sharing the show. So if you go across and you share this show, whether it be on your Facebook, your Twitter, your TikTok, who cares, whatever. If you shared this and you screenshot the shariness that you did and then post it in our podcast general channel on our Discord server, then you'll get yourself an entry. We'll give an entry for each place that you share it. All right, so just another way to help get the word out there about the Aussie Gamers experience and for you guys to get another chance to win a bloody good console. So for last week, we got the 5 times, which was 31 minutes 5 seconds into the show was Martikins. So he got an entry. 1 hour 20:06 was Wraithy. 26 minutes 48 was Wraithy. And 1 hour 30 and 27 seconds was Wraithy as well. And 19 minutes 18 was Radicus. Wraithy likes to chat. Is he here? Did he make it?
I haven't seen Wraithy yet.
Oh,
He was talking about it.
He's probably forgotten. And the random, comment. Sorry, what are they called? Comments. The random comments that have been put on the YouTube video of this show after the fact was Skrill, Mr. Yeetosaurus. That was a new one. I'd like to have you on board. Thank you very much.
The Yeetosaurus.
Stick Figure, Aussie Gamer, and Skrill. So thank you very much to all those people. You all earned an entry into the giveaway. So there's no Wraithy? Is that true?
Well, there you go. Radicus has just let us know he's putting ointment on his prolapse.
Should we ring Wraithy? 'Cause I've got his number. What's his name?
Yeah, ring him.
It's not actually the Wraith.
Nick.
Here we go.
Well, there we go. Ring him live on the show.
Come on, mate. Into the phone.
Hey, bro.
Hey, man. What's going on?
Hey, I'm coming. We just got back from Brother-in-law's.
Oh, mate, this isn't good enough. We're 8 minutes into the show.
Oh no. Oh no.
Mate, you just missed out on the entries that you got.
Oh really?
Yeah, you got 3 for commenting, and this week you're probably going to get none because you're not even in the chat.
Oh nice.
Mate, I expect to see you there very soon, or you're sacked.
Yeah, I'm coming in now.
Oh, geez, that's a bit personal. All right, I'll see you on the other side.
See you, bro.
Bye. There we go.
Oh, God.
All right, how do I get this back on? I need the stream back up. There we go. All right, I'm up to date. Cool. All right, well, we can all stop worrying. Right. He's still alive. He hasn't prolapsed to death in the bathroom. He's no doubt had to go and visit family to show off his new vehicle. So I think he's got a new car now.
Oh, nice. I'll have to.
Okay, I don't have a list. Sorry, Snoogs. Did you make a list of the people that shared? Did the share things?
No.
Should be easy to get though. If I just go across
give me 2 seconds. I've got it.
Oh, you got it? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Fuck, you can do something.
Atan, Luke 1.
No, I don't get entries, mate.
You don't get entries?
No. No, he didn't get a Nissan Cube. Don't talk about Nissans.
I can only see yourself and Atan over there. Unless some have put it somewhere else.
Oh no, I didn't share it. That was copied it. I copied Sin Spacey's post and put it in there because he put it in the wrong spot. I didn't want to miss it.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
But
Okay. Skrill's in there as well. Yeah. I did see something from Bradicus somewhere too. But yeah,
well,
there you go.
Anyway, we'll go through it properly, and you'll be credited with your entries. Trust me.
Yeah,
next
definitely.
week we'll Snoogs won't forget to tally those up. Just expects me to do everything around here. This bloke. Anyway, we should move on to the next part of the show.
On tonight's show. I was just making sure you'd done bitching for a bit. See if I can get a word in
I'm not
edgeways.
done. I'm
Far
not done.
Cry is done and dusted. Incoming state of play. Lucas, have you filled the cup? Xbox Game Pass, Back for Blood, Dark Plates, Screw You, Uncharted, God of War, and the usual antics and laughs along the way. So let's get into it, shall we, mates? Onto the games we've been playing.
Yes.
All right,
let's do
mate.
it.
Might as well kick it off with Far Cry 6.
Right,
You and
I
I
finished
have both
it.
finished it.
Yeah, you finished it. We finished. Well, I finished it, and then I finished it with you, when
Yes.
you finished it as well. So we now have a pretty good idea on how the game goes. And all in all, I've got to say, ending considered, but not spoiled. I won't mention it. It was a good. It was a good game. It was nothing. It's not going to make us all forget about Far Cry 3. I still think Far Cry 3 is up there with probably the best. But I definitely think Far Cry 6 is a return to form. And a lot of people, have you noticed that a lot of people are bagging out Far Cry 6 for being, you've played this game before. It's the same thing.
Yeah, I did see a lot of that. And I actually got into a bit of a war of words with someone, funnily enough, on Twitter, because that's all the people seem to do over there. Ending up deleting the original post. But yeah, someone said that, you know, for anyone that praises Far Cry 6, you've played this game before. Why are you sucking up to Ubisoft? And
Wow.
my response was, mate, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with having played a Far Cry game and wanting it to feel like a Far Cry game?
Yeah, exactly.
If I'm picking up Far Cry, I don't want it to feel like Call of Duty.
It sounds like Yves Guillerme might have, I think that's his name, might have wrote that comment. He's the one that thinks that the Splinter Cell needs to evolve before
that one.
it can be relevant or whatever. I disagree. I think if you have a game that has a good formula and is fun, what happens when you finish a game that you absolutely love? You want more. You want an encore. You don't go to what's a band I could think of? The Goo Goo Dolls. Why the fuck did that come into my head?
Wow. That's left of field, that one.
You don't go and see the Goo Goo Dolls and they play their last song. You don't chant for an encore because you want Britney Spears to come out. You're encore because you want the Goo Goo Dolls to come out and do a cappella version of Iris. And then follow it up with a mad version, a mad acoustic version of Slide. You know, you want more of the same thing. Now, obviously, this translates to video games with obvious differences. It's not the same game. It's a different story. It's still the typical. There is a madman, and then you've got basically some sort of a rebel. You've got a team of rebels who want to take down the bad guy. That's the formula, though. And that's the formula that works because you get to see how mental they can make the maniac and how interesting they can make the cause of the rebels. And that is pretty much exactly how every single Far Cry game goes. But it's a good formula. And if you're tired of it, don't play it. But I think it's good. Yeah. I think it was very good.
It's one of those things, too, where it was very much... cause and effect as well. So you've got, one side of people that are fighting for their life and fighting for what they believe is right. And then you've got, the tyrannical dictator who's also fighting for their life, but, going about it in such an oppressive way that's, causing issue throughout the country that, you sort of, there's times when it makes you question what you're doing. Not hugely, because you're kind of always moving forward with those Far Cry games where you see if you can take out the next area without setting off any alarms, or how many explosions can you make in this area. But yeah, look, it's a tried and trusted formula that has worked, that they went away from a bit with number 5, and then the 5 standalone DLC that, to be honest with you, I don't think anyone played. I haven't played it.
I tested it out for about 10 minutes and then turned it off.
Well, there you go.
That's that New Dawn or something, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a tried and trusted formula that when they went away from it, people left in droves.
Yeah,
they've now come back
great.
in droves with Far Cry 6 returning.
But I don't understand why Far Cry continually releases the same game over again with a new story. But why can't Splinter Cell? Why? But anyway, we'll get into that more later. But look, I think it's good, and the repetition thing can be good, and I think enough time goes by between Far Cry entries. These aren't every year, which I think is a reasonable thing. So that's good. But anyway, I enjoyed the
one thing about Far Cry. I didn't like the ending. I didn't like how it ended up. It always comes down to a personal choice, though. But one thing that really irks me about the game is this is a single player or a co-op game that is experienced for that story, for that telling and the way that it's been told. For Ubisoft to go out of their way, and the way that they tailored the story to then work into this games with service template that they've got for everything now, that for me is it doesn't work. Like I know what they're doing, I know why they've done it, but Far Cry should be your main story. You then go and you can clean up the map, liberate the island, and then you've got your DLC.
Yeah, but see,
what happens? But
Snoogs, hang on, stop for a sec. You weren't exactly clear with what you were talking about there, but I know what you're talking about because we've discussed this before. But let me just clarify what he's talking about. When you finish the game, it goes into kind of like the end game mode where is it insurgencies? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, they're insurgencies. They're the same. I didn't want to give too much away because other people that are listening that I know haven't finished it yet.
Yeah, but this isn't going to ruin story.
Which is it's the same setup as what they do for the Division. And this insurgencies where an area that you've already liberated, which once again gets thrown back into this.
But why is that a problem?
Lockdown.
Why is that a problem?
It's not a problem. Personally, I'm not a fan of it.
But why? What difference does it make to you?
It's not about making a difference. It's an idea, and this is where the issue with Ubisoft comes along, where they need to make a change for something like Splinter Cell, because they can't work out a way to how to put a battle pass, how to put monetization and everything into Splinter Cell without changing the core mechanic of it. And that's where I sort of look at it and go, it's pointless. It's for me personally, I don't like that. That's something that they're trying to push on so many of their titles, pretty much all of them.
I don't fully understand the stance you're taking there, because at the end of Far Cry 6, it basically just gives you, instead of being able to completely complete the map, yeah, good English, and then literally there's nothing to do, because in the, I think it was, you might have been able to do this in 5, I didn't explore it, but in Far Cry 4, once you liberated all the bases, there was pretty much no enemies left, but you could go into the options and hit reset all whatever bases, and it would literally, like, you'd have to flick a switch and then all of the bases would be overrun again, and then it would give you something to do. You could go back and go and take those bases again. Essentially, this is no different, except it does it automatically. This is and it's a weekly thing. So you've got X amount of tasks to do per week, and you do all those tasks, and then you're finished, and then you wait for a weekly reset. I don't understand how that could possibly be construed as a negative, because it's really just giving you something to do after you've done everything.
See, maybe
this doesn't cost anything.
A10 might have hit something on the head here, because
What's he say?
previous Far Cry games, I have 100% of them, and maybe that's where I'm still stuck in that.
You want to be able to complete the
it,
game?
and I want to be able to complete it.
Well, you
but
can.
if it's resetting all the time,
No, but you can. Those things don't count towards completion. So my game is set currently. I've 100% completed it. It actually says game completion 100%. I've done everything. But those things will obviously continue to tick over week to week. You don't have to do them. But all it's going to do is you're going to get awarded guns and things that you don't already have. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see the disagreements
I know what you mean.
there.
I just the thing that I do not like about what Ubisoft does and has been doing for quite some time is their monetization of the games.
But that's not what they've done here. That's what I don't get.
But they have, because they've tied a lot of this stuff. That the way that they've done this, right? The reason that they've done these resets to be a weekly reset is so that they can tie it into the battle pass that's coming. Because there is a battle pass.
Yeah, no. Look, I'll cop the criticism of adding a battle pass to such a game, but you're directing the criticism at this weekly reset thing that's got nothing to do with it.
They've put it in there to tie to the battle pass.
Oh, okay. Well,
they do the same thing with the Division. They've done the same thing with Watch Dogs. You know, these things tie into that. They're a single player story campaign that then has this monetization thrown on top of it.
Yeah.
And that's the bit that I'm not a fan of.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It makes no difference to the game, though.
Mate, it makes no difference to the game, but it's going to get to a point where we're not going to have these story-driven titles anymore because no one's bitching about it.
Maybe this is the only way we get our story-driven games. Maybe Far Cry doesn't exist in the future without these monetization things, because the market's getting harder and harder to make the money, and that's why they're continuously clawing at monetization, because they need to make more money, they need to impress their investors and things like that. And if they're not making the money, they're not making the games, man. So if it works and we still get what we want, like I've always said, fuck, monetize the shit out of Splinter Cell. Just get me one, but just don't fuck the game at the same time. But
well, that's the fine line, though, isn't it?
It is. Anyway, let's
because look at what was it, Avengers? Avengers is a perfect example.
Well, yeah, that was a shit game.
Monetized to the hilt, and it's shit.
They ruined that. But anyway, we'll go on too many tangents. I get what you're saying, and you've made a little bit more sense of it now, so that's good. Human Grub is sweaty after that. It was a hell of a discussion, wasn't it? You get the best here, the AGExp.
Got to get into it. Next one, back for blood. Back for blood. That's it.
Yep, back
blood
for blood.
Back. You can lead off with that one, mate, because it's been something more up your alley. So much more than mine.
Now, Back for Blood. Why the hell doesn't anyone like this game? Nobody wants to play it. What's going on? Snoogs, can you answer that for me? Chat, can you answer that for me? Why does nobody care about this game? I think it's amazing. I want to keep playing it. Hell, I'm going to play it
Oh,
tonight.
it's fun. I'll even come and join you after the show
See,
tonight.
did you hear that? Did you hear that? Oh, it was a slight inflection, an attenuation in your
Yeah,
voice.
it was.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah. It's nothing
What that
exciting.
means is it's not shit, but I can't be stuffed playing it because it's not good enough. But I don't get it. I think it is absolutely super fun to play.
Well, where's the fun for you? Explain the fun side.
You know
of it.
what? And I'm going to use your words and how you normally explain how you enjoy sitting and playing a game. For me,
Yep.
I can sit back, switch the brain off, and just blow zombie heads off one after the other. And it's just, it's therapeutic. That's one. Just mass murder. It's fantastic. But it's it's very satisfying because it's one of the, I would have to say, the gunplay in Back for Blood is probably some of the best that I have ever experienced in a video game. Where there are so many different weapons in that game, they all feel inherently different, and it's very easy to get favorites and not try other weapons, but then you try something else and you're like, oh, this gun's sick too. And the only gun I don't really think makes any sense is the sniper. I don't know why you would want a sniper rifle, because everything is up in your face, but it may come in handy at one stage. But I'm really into this game. I haven't had a lot of time to play it just yet because I have been working a lot. But yeah, just I get the feeling from the people that I play with that they're not that keen on it, and I don't get it. I think it's a good game, but you know what, to each their own. If you guys, prefer to play subpar games, I won't judge. You go and play your
subpar, hey?
Yeah. Good luck,
Not
you're in
Farmville.
Destiny.
Well, yeah, that's I can't comment with any of that with my Destiny and then Division addictions. Look, I enjoy it when I'm playing with someone else. I've tried to pick it up on my own and doesn't do it for me. It was just annoying more than anything else. But mate, like it's one of those things that when we've played, it's been good. But yeah, I'm not aching to go and play it.
But yeah,
I think because it is just.
Here's a tip.
Sorry?
If you're going to play it, don't let Radicus be the host, because he just sets the game to like the hardest difficulty.
Nightmare mode.
Yeah, nightmare mode without realizing, and you get destroyed. So take control and set it to a reasonable difficulty level, and you'll have fun.
Yeah. Yep.
You won't get slaughtered. Oh,
So
here we
explain
got
to
the
me-
Wi-Fi. Human grub.
I was trying to
Time
move on
out.
from that. I saw it.
My Wi-Fi isn't good enough. Is it because you're too far away from the router, or are you referring to your internet not being good enough? Come on, we're all nerds here. We should all be bothered by that, not just me.
I was just.
What the fuck is that? From
What
Streamlabs.
is
Can you
that,
see that in the
Streamlabs?
chat?
Yeah.
3x Chinese character combo. What is that? That's nothing I have
Wow.
set up. I have no idea what that is. That is really weird. But thank you, Streamlabs, for coming in
That's
and
Nightbot. Nightbot's
giving-
coming back.
coming in with a 3 times combo.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a multi-kill.
With the
That's right,
multi-kill.
Wraithy.
Multi-kill.
That was really weird.
Yep. Explain to me when you do a run, right? So the game sort of revolves around you doing a
Right, Back for Blood. We're still talking about Back for Blood, yeah?
Back for Blood. Yeah. So I just because I haven't played it enough, I don't understand a lot of the core mechanics of it. When you do a run, can you go from do you have to go from start to finish in one bit, or can you,
No.
or like if you die at level 3, do you restart at level 3, or
Yeah, you
like-
can. Yeah, you can. Yes.
Okay.
Like what it is like
So-
you start, and if you get up to, let's say you get up to the 3rd section, and you've got continues, you've got 2 continues. You die and you fail. You don't have to start from scratch again. I think you might have to start from, like, it'll take you back a little bit, but not to the beginning, no.
Yeah, but if it takes you back to the safe room on level 3, then so be it.
Yes, but I think if you do lose all of your, don't quote me on this, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think you may lose your card progression.
Okay. Fair enough.
If you don't know what that means, you get cards and they're like buffs and they get given to you through the game and you can find them. And you can set up, kind of like Hearthstone, you can set up a an actual deck which will determine which cards you get throughout your play and stuff like that. But anyway, it's a whole thing. So there's a little bit of backtracking if you do lose or die using all your continues. But yeah, no, it doesn't. You don't have to start from the very beginning of the game. It's not like permadeath. No.
Okay. Because yeah, there's like, what is it, 15 or 20 different encounters, so to speak.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to ignore that.
No, you can't ignore that. It's funny. Back for blood. Thanks, Wraithy. Back for blood. When you tell her it's okay, we can do it in the shower.
Wow.
Oh, dear. All right. A10's vomiting. And the human grub. Human grub, he's done that. He's smiling. He's laughing. Oh, sickos.
Right. Well, that's enough for Back for Blood. Anyone that's listening along, hit us up in our Discord if you want to come and join Lucas, and if I'm there or any of us are there, come and join us and play. Have a crack. Next one, mate. Undying.
Right. Now, I got given a Steam code for a game called Undying. Indie game. Now, it's just a preview because the game's in early access. It's not a review. And I've only played it a little bit as well, just enough to get a bit of an idea on what this game is. But consider this for a concept of a game, right? This is what this is. Now, it's a zombie game. I like my zombie games, okay? So I've got a little bit of a soft spot for it. But consider this. Zombie game. You play as a mother who has a son, and the mother gets bitten, and we all know what happens when you get bitten by a zombie is eventually going to turn into a zombie. So essentially the game is a isometric survival game in kind of the art style of a Telltale game. So that cell shaded sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But your task is to survive as long as you can, teaching your son how to do the survival things you know how to do. So how to go spelunking for food and survival crafting equipment, things like that. How to defend yourself and attack the zombies. How to build things, how to make medicines, all that sort of thing. So it becomes like a toss-up of, I can go and do this to get food and water. I can decide either do I take my child with me, who is a burden, because you need to make sure he's not getting attacked. If he gets attacked, you have to protect him. But in taking him, he earns XP and learns how to do the things that you're doing. Or leave him behind, go and get it done, nice and easy. You only have to look after yourself. You don't have to worry about this guy, no hand holding or anything like that. But then he learns nothing. Now, I don't know how it actually progresses. And I don't, you know what I would be really interesting is if you as the mother actually dies and then you have to play as the child, and you can either you've taught your son really well, which means you've got a lot of abilities as the child, or if you neglected him, you start as the child, but with no clue how to make things. Yeah, so I don't know if that's how it works because I haven't gotten that far, but that would be a very interesting concept. And it was quite interesting, the concept that the game sort of starts off with. You're essentially preparing your son for your inevitable death. And I thought that was really cool. So this is a game called The Undying. It's in early access on Steam now. I've got a video up on our YouTube channel, just giving a bit of a rundown, which is pretty much what I just did, but it'll have visuals. It'll show you what the game's all about as you're watching. But yeah, go and check it out. It's on our YouTube channel. So that's Undying.
Cool. All right. Well, I've only got a couple of little ones to run through. I started playing Among the Sleep again.
Oh yeah.
That's
the
currently
free.
Yeah, currently
Epic.
free on Epic Store for this week. So if you're listening to this prior to the 29th, go over, 29th, go and check that out. Very, very cool concept. It's a horror survival game where, the things that are scary are what would look scary or be scary from a kid's point of view.
Yeah.
We're not getting into that chat. Leave it be.
Yeah,
We're not going there.
Go.
All right. Next one is, I don't know if you've heard about this. It's called The Good Life. So have you seen this one at all? It's recently been added to Game Pass for PC and console, and I think it's on cloud as well. But you're a journalist, Naomi Haywood, and you've been sort of coerced by this this newspaper called the Morning Bell to uncover a mystery of a small English town. The town is apparently the happiest town in the world. So you're tasked with going there, and it's kind of like a little mystery type setup. I've only just started playing it, and it looks.
Can I ask you,
look the best.
Snoogs, what is it exactly that drew you to this game?
Trying it out for my kid. Trying it out for Anne.
Okay.
Because she's been asking me for these games to try, and I saw this one, and I thought, I'll start it off and have a look at it. And I got it mixed up with. There was something else that had it was a similar premise, and I thought this was it, but it's clearly not because it's not that crash hot.
Doom Eternal. Is that what it was?
It's pretty much one of those ones. I played it, so you don't have to. There you go.
Okay.
That's probably the. Yep. And last game from me, I've got to say that you've officially ruined me, Luke.
What did I do?
I've officially been ruined. So I've got.
I'm that big.
Yes, quaking in my boots.
You just went down a path then. Come back.
Yeah, my brain
Come
just
back.
went running away.
Come back. That's the wrong way. Come back this way. Go the way you're supposed to go, buddy.
Yeah. I've got Watch Dogs Legion on my Xbox One X, right?
Right.
And I've got it. I've had it installed for God knows how long. I've played bits of it, and I went back this week to try and play it. Now, the frame rate is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I can't. It's on the One X, so I thought I might get away, to some extent. But it's that bad to the point where I can't drive a car because the screen stutter is just too bad. Where you miss corners, you end up ploughing into buildings and whatnot. It's just absolutely horrendous.
Somebody's blaming the frame rate on his shitty gaming.
No, there's no shitty gaming whatsoever. It's driving a car. If there's one thing in the gaming world that I can do, it's drive a car. But yeah. Oh, that must be a nice number.
What do you got? This just in? Is that what that was? Did you get news come across?
No, it's a No, I'm getting prank calls to my work number from scam phone calls.
Oh, answer it. Put it on voice on speaker. Let's have a listen.
If I'd gotten it, I would have answered it, but I missed it. But it's like 0441133283832. That's
right.
That's a
Everybody
fair
ring
number.
them.
That one.
Well, we got a super chat coming in. Let's see if it's not going to blow our ears out. Yes.
Radicus_USM super chatted $1.45. They call me Skittles. I come in different colors.
Thanks, Mr.
Wow.
Bloodhound Gang. I fixed it so it doesn't go on our end. You guys didn't hear that last
Yes.
week or the last show, but we sure as hell heard it. And
Yeah.
blew our
I
heads off.
woke up later that night screaming, thinking I heard the sound again.
So I fixed it. Anyone know where that sound come from that I used? Did you hear it, Snoogs?
Yeah. It's worms, isn't it? No, lemmings.
No.
What?
Yes, Radicus knows.
ICQ. There you
There's
go.
ICQ. Ow! Radicus is going to get a bonus entry. Bonus for Radicus for knowing ICQ. He would have been
Wow,
like
that's-
45 when that came out. And I thought that was for kids. But anyway, Radicus,
That's back in the day.
paid you well. Thank you for the $2 super chat. You're a good lad.
Thank you, mates. That's it for Games Talk, mates, I think.
Oh, is
Yeah,
that it?
that'll do.
Jesus.
That's it.
Iron through.
What's that sound?
All right, what's that sound is next. And this one's a long one, so I'm only going to play it once, you know? So listen very carefully. I will only play this once. What was that from?
What your wife said. That's what your
What was
wife said,
that
wasn't it?
from? Because I can't remember. It is a quote from something, and I can't think of what it is. See, I think I do know what it is. Let's see if the chat does. But anyway, let's hear this week's What's That Sound? Don't think I need to intro that anymore. That was it. Did you know what it was, Snoogs?
No idea.
From the answers in the chat, do you think you know which one it is?
Yeah, I'd probably go more Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Come on.
What other ones did we had? Ico. Ico,
Yeah.
Ico one day. Skrill says Final Fantasy.
Jesus
Wraith is-
Christ.
What am I missing?
No, you. I'd go one day. Where the hell did that? That's you
This
with
is
your left of field stuff tonight
Radicus
is doing
said
well.
Ico. It's a
Yeah,
game.
but your add-on. I know it's a game. Your
Yeah.
little song that you put on it.
It sounds exactly like Ico, the song. I mean, at least that one wasn't as random as the other shit I've said tonight. Hell, I talked about the Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah, the randomness is strong. It's good to see.
No, that one
It's-
wasn't that
it's
random. Hang on one sec.
Lifting.
Good night, Emily. I love you. Kids going to bed. Anyway, back to this. Ico is incorrect. Final Fantasy is incorrect. Snoogs Coming is incorrect. Teletubbies is incorrect. Worms is incorrect. ICQ was correct, but a different thing. But it's incorrect for this and has nothing to do with it. And the correct answer is Metal Gear. You got sick of hearing that, didn't you?
Oh, just
Who was that? Wraithy, wasn't it?
the volume on the sound was really high, so I turned it down. And then when you started talking, I had to turn it back up again, and then
Well done, Wraithy. You got it. All right, it's time for What's That Screenshot? You ready?
yes,
Let's do it.
yes.
Here we go. What video game is that? Been blacked out strategically just by like ink blots.
Oh,
See
come
if you
on.
can see if you can work out what video game that is just from the screenshot that's
Yeah.
been covered up by.
And if you can
random
work out
ink
on
blots.
the screenshot what Luke's been thinking about this week.
What do you mean? They're just ink blots. I googled
Yeah.
Rorschach test.
The Rorschach test.
Yeah. I think I did misspell the word Rorschach or whatever. I think I
Yeah.
might have typed in
plug.
Butt plug. Oh dear. Anal bead simulator. Well, Streamlabs coming in with the chat. If you're enjoying the stream, now is a good time to click the like and subscribe to the channel. The like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.
Yes.
Thanks, Streamlabs. I wrote that. Can you tell? I was the author. Anal bead simulator. Incorrect. You can have one of these. So many anal toys. They are ink blots from the Rorschach test. Jesus. I think Wraithy had a seizure.
A real guess.
Is anyone else? Nobody else is gonna have a try. He says Nino Cooney. They're weird words. I get it. It's hard to spell because they're strange words. But Nino Cooney is correct. And there is actually how you spell Nino Cooney. It was Nino Cooney 2, the Revenant Kingdom, with arguably the little Pokemon things that look like butt plugs themselves. Hence the inspiration for the ink blots, okay? So don't say I was just thinking about it.
Inspiration.
That little Pokemon thing looks like it's easily inserted into orifices, not limited to the mouth.
Have you checked your PC security lately?
No. Why?
No. Oh, I don't know. Wraithy's getting a lot of these.
Oh, you think he might have hacked my system and logged into my photos and stuff that I do for the show?
They're quick. They're quick. He's getting in there.
I'll tell you why I don't believe that to be the case.
Did you know Wraith?
I know Wraithy quite well. He's not hacking shit. He struggles to log on to shit when he's got the username and password.
It's because you gave him the hurry up before the show. He's like, oh, I'm going to get out of this.
He's making up for it. All right, what's next? Is it the big giveaway game? Do we do
big
that
game
next?
giveaway. Big giveaway game, sorry.
Close enough. That'll do. All right, so we go across to this one. Go! Time starts now.
Yo.
I think I've
Tell us what
updated
it is.
the
You
ones.
get one guess.
Yeah, I think I've
Let us
updated it
know what
correctly.
it is.
So the ones with ticks have already been guessed, so don't bother with those ones. Human Grub straight up with number 12 as Dead Space. Is that right? Yes, that is a yes. Wouldn't it be funny when no.
Nice.
All right, number 12 is Dead Space. And who was that? Human Grub.
Grub.
He's been holding on to that one. He's been holding that. Grub. All right, so we will have to do a random number generator for him shortly. And find out how many entries he wins. All right, what else? Anyone else got any others? Number 4 says Bradbury. Looney Tunes. I don't think so. No. What? 4 Looney Tunes. No. You know what? That one actually deserves...
Was it that bad a guess, really?
It was, well, you know, like a good job for having a try, but it was that far from the mark that, yeah, it did. Sorry, man. Sorry. It's the game. Don't hate the
It just
player.
has to be done.
Hate the game. Wraithy says number 8 is Castlevania.
Ooh.
That is incorrect. but not worthy of a Jurassic pork.
Number 8 looks like it should have a mouse on it
A mouse? Oh, you're thinking of
on the screen.
a Disney game with a mouse. Looks like coyote from here. Coyote. Why am I struggling to say that word? Coyote. Whatever.
Fire.
Coyote. Does it really?
Got
No,
me a
look,
coyote.
I'll tell you what it is. It's like a majestic
Someone
deer.
riding a deer.
And they're like antler. Oh
Yeah.
man, I've got to put the cursor over here. These are like antlers. This is like the head. There's like a dark mane and like a horsey body with a person on it. Yeah, that's like a deer of some sort. A buck, if you will. Speaking of bucks, nothing really to mention about that actually.
It's a llama horse mutant. There you go.
Llama horse. mutant.
Radicus has got another guess for number 8.
Number 8, Fable. he
Fable.
says. No, that's not right. All right, now I might give away a little bit of a hint of one of them. I'm not going to tell you which one, but I'm going to give a hint. All right, so 12's gone. What's a good hint? I can't believe no one's got that one. I'll give... legs. Lots of legs. That's my hint. But for which one?
Lots of legs.
That one is up to you. So I'll give you a little bit more time. Him and Grub says, what, fortnight? What? Huh? Next week?
No, next. I think he's got one saved up for next time. I guess.
Oh, okay. Yep, hold on. Or you could, well, maybe we might show it again later tonight. Who knows? We'll see. Stick around. All right, we'll give it another 10 seconds.
So 11 looks cyberpunky. 13, it's almost like a gauntlet.
11 Centrial. What?
You can't guess, Radicus.
Can't he? Did he already guess?
Pix? No, he's already guessed Fable.
Oh, he did too. I don't know what the fuck he's writing anyway. Centrial? Centripex?
I'm guessing he's on his phone and it's auto-correcting for him. Are you trying to write centipede?
Oh dear. He can't blame autocorrect on that because Centripex isn't a fucking word. He literally just typed that. Can't confirm or deny that one, man, because you've already had a guess. All right, well, that's the end. We'll go across and we'll get some randos for... Who was it? Just the one? Was it just Grub?
I think it's just the Grub this week.
Yeah, I think it's just the Grub that got it. All right, let's go here and go random number generator. How good's Google just for anything? Between 1 and 10, 3. So he gets 3. Congratulations, Human Grub. 3 entries there. All in a day's work, he says. No fucking furries. All right, he types with a very small... What do you call those things? Stylus.
Yeah.
Good job. All right, next part of the show. What are we up to? The news now?
Up to the news, right?
All right. This is the 4th segment. I believe so.
Yes. Mate, I want to talk about this one. The Dark Plates saga.
Oh, go ahead.
Because, so you did a video on this.
I did.
Which I quite enjoyed watching. And I've noticed that since I watched your video of it. A few other people have dropped up in my timeline, and it kind of sucks because ours is one of the first ones out and going by their timeline as well. They were much after us, but one of them in particular had like 500,000 views on it. Damn you!
Now we've
Here's
only
what it
got
is.
3,000
Anyway.
subs.
Yeah. So
Gotta boost those
ours is
numbers
doing
up.
well. Anyway, this one from Dark Plates. So Dark Plates had a. Did they actually get the full cease and desist order from Sony, from the lawyers? Or?
Look, so they
Pretty
say. There's been a lot of speculation that this is a big stunt, publicity stunt, and if it is, it's fucking working. But I don't know.
love it. Yep.
Maybe. But you know what? If they didn't, then I reckon Sony would be pissed off by being made to look like a bad guy if they didn't do anything like that.
Yeah.
So I dare say they must have.
Yeah, there would have been something, especially because the look is pretty unique how it's been done. But their reply to being told to stop doing it, they've changed their design to get away from that patent, and added some cool new features.
Well, they took
What do you
away
think
some
of
too.
what do you think of the tongue-in-cheek way that the website itself is taking the piss?
I think they're going a little bit too far. I mean, I do like some of the tongue-in-cheek. I bought D-brand skin for my phone. As you can see, I've got a skin on my phone there instead of a case.
Yep.
I like their products, right? And it was quite funny that the video that gives you the instructions on how to put the skin on, it actually says at the beginning of the video, you'll find in the package that we sent you two for when you fuck the first one up, and it bleeps out the word fuck, but that's what they say in the how-to video.
Yeah.
And I like that. I thought it was really funny, edgy, and comical. And I think that's D-Brand's thing. I think they can go a little bit too far. I think this is really inviting pain for themselves where it doesn't need to be like this.
It's inviting pushback. I think putting those vent holes in it as well, that's inviting a problem. The fan in the side.
Yeah, well, that's another thing as well. I think I mentioned it on my video. I mean, look, the logic they give makes it sound like, yeah, of course, that sounds like it would be better. But at the same time, do you really think that the engineers in a big corporation like Sony making a PlayStation wouldn't have already thought of that? Would they have gone aesthetics over cooling? I don't know if they would have.
No.
I would have thought that they probably would have thought of a
because
grill.
they did that with a 4. And look what happened.
Exactly. So I would like to see somebody, because I'm not buying these things, do a thermal test, and I reckon Gamers Nexus will probably do that. They will probably do a thermal test with this. Hopefully, I might send a few comments their way suggesting it to see if they can do some thermal tests, because Gamers Nexus, they don't just point a heat thing plugged into an iPhone. They actually will connect probes to the sections. Like,
they do it properly, yeah.
They do it properly to get an actual temperature reading. So it'd be interesting to see how the thermals are with these new sides, if they are better or worse or indifferent. I also found out that apparently, like, because I made this video and I said, maybe it plugs into the back of the console to do the lighting, the colored lighting, and then somebody commented on the video saying that it's not lighting. It literally is a filter that goes over the top of the existing lights. But I don't know how they do the color then, because, like, if you choose
it's
purple,
literally like it's a bit of cellophane.
Yeah, but then how do you choose the color? Because it's not white light that comes out. It's all different colors. Sometimes it's orange, sometimes it's blue, sometimes
But when
red.
it's on, it's only a white light, isn't it? I took mine out of here, so I can't turn it on. But I'm pretty sure it's only a white light when you just turn when it's on, going, ready to go.
I don't even think mine's on. There's no lights. Maybe it blew up. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah,
But
I'm pretty sure it's just a
cellophane.
white light. Yeah, but it's just like a cellophane that's on it. But Yeah, look, it's one of those.
Take it away,
It's one of those
Linus.
things where I think they're pushing. Oh, good old Linus. They're pushing probably a little too far, but it'd be
Yeah.
good to see once what comes out of it in the next little while. Mate, talk about Splinter Cell.
Okay. All right. Well, let me. Geez, I didn't see that segue coming. I'm still on D brand.
That's all right. That's up there.
All right, Splinter Cell. Now, this came out last week, where there was articles coming out about a new Splinter Cell being in the works, and I went and had a look at and refreshed my memory about all things Splinter Cell, and that's why I brought up earlier in the show about Yves Guillermo, saying that for Splinter Cell to come back, it needs to undergo a change, and whatever that means, I disagree with that. I made that comment. However, there's too many sources and too many people reporting on this like it's fact to just ignore it, to take it with a grain of salt. I feel like this is probably happening, but at the same time, there's a little bit of bittersweet as well, because there's also this next one here. The new Splinter Cell could have Hitman-like elements, is claimed. While this could be executed, well, with the whole using disguises, that could work really well. But if it does just turn into Hitman, that could be a recipe for disaster. But at the same time, I'm
lights
also,
off.
yeah, I'm not going to cut off my nose to spite my face. The fact is, I've been whinging for many, many years now for a Splinter Cell game. I'm not going to complain now that one could very likely be in the making that isn't a VR title. It is apparently a fully fledged AAA Splinter Cell game where Sam Fisher is the main character, not just a bastardized add-on to every single other game in Ubisoft's arsenal. So I'm not going to complain. I'm going to stay positive about this. It's good news to hear that they are very likely making something. However, you guys know me. I will keep an eagle eye on anything Splinter Cell related and report back to it. But at the moment, it really is just sources saying that this is a thing. And it's more than just one. It's looking promising. So no, somebody asked me at the start in the chat, have I filled the cup yet? The answer is no. I'm not going to lose my mind until Ubisoft shows me either an announcement trailer that is to my liking. Then I probably will fill several of those cups.
Yes. Or on the flip side, you come back here in 3 months where there's Luke just sitting there like this because Sam Fisher is coming to help overthrow Yara.
Yeah, that'll happen. It'll be like Metal Gear-esque. It'll be like Sam Fisher's dad, Sam Fisher Senior or something.
Oh God! I really hope. I think I played the first Splinter Cell, but I don't think I actually played the others. I don't know why. Just didn't play them at the time, I guess. But I really hope, because not only have I seen the passion that you've got for it, but through that, seeing everyone else and seeing the details come up and the amount of support around the release of this information, it'll be good to see. I can't wait to hear what's happening. Next bit of news: Sony's State of Play. Sony released the other day that a State of Play is happening this Wednesday, which will probably mean Thursday morning our time. I haven't actually looked at the details for time-wise yet. But yeah, so it'll be Thursday morning our time. Focusing on third-party, so things that have already been released that are by third-party studios, and also couple of new updates or new release bits of information.
I can almost guarantee you this state of play will not be worth watching.
Well, it's only 20 minutes.
It will not be worth 20 minutes of your time. We've already had a good state of play this year. That means they've given us what they've got to give us for this year. I might be wrong, and I will happily stand corrected if it's amazing. But if I had to put money on this, my money is going down the it will be shit.
Yeah, I've been very vocal about my dislike of how Sony does their release information. It's very corporate. It's very boring. There needs to be some sort of personalization behind it. But anyway, I think we'll see some more Moss 2 and some VR stuff, and probably the PlayStation Plus for November titles will be released as well at the same time.
If Sony want to impress me with Moss 2, they'll tell us that it'll be available on other platforms other than PlayStation VR. Because I want to play Moss 2, but I'm not going into the cupboard and setting up my PlayStation 4 just so I can play Moss 2.
Didn't you get the little add-on? Did you? No?
Nope. I don't think they were doing it anymore when I got my PlayStation. So I can't use it. And at the same time, I've moved on in generations of VR where I don't have to use a camera, and you do need to use the controls. What else does it use? It's just the camera. I don't have to set up a camera. I literally just put the headset on and away I go. It's such a backward step. The PlayStation VR is so old. Playing
PlayStation VR on the PS5 is painful.
Oh, and all the cables. Let's not forget all the cables.
Yeah, all the cables. Mine is set up at the moment in the lounge room. The box is anyway. The place that the headset itself's behind me in the box. But all the cables and everything there, I've just got to plug the headset in. But,
not to mention, if you want to play a normal game and want to get all of your fidelity, you have to disconnect everything. Because I don't think there's any 4K pass-through on that bloody box thing that you have to connect.
No, I don't believe so. Not to mention that if you have your PlayStation 4 VR games saved on the hard drive, you can't use them. On an external hard drive. You've got to transport them transfer them to the internal. Then disconnect the external hard drive because you need to plug the camera into the USB 3 on the back.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's just
that's
painful.
why I think if Moss 2 comes out exclusive to PlayStation VR, I feel sorry for the devs. It'll be a timed exclusive because Moss is now available, like the original. I think it was originally a PlayStation VR title exclusive. Yep. But it eventually does come to other platforms. But I think, I'll have to wait till it comes out on that.
Next month, apparently, part of the PS Plus is going to be a couple of extra PlayStation VR titles as well that are supposed to be part of it because of the whole anniversary since the VR's come out. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get a small snippet of this VR2 that they've been working on. Yeah. And
we won't hear any of that. We won't get any of that until next year. No.
Okay.
No. Too big of news at this time of year. But anyway. All right, we're going to have to up the ante or something because everybody's leaving. Nobody's watching us anymore. And then people aren't even chatting in the chat. Look at this. If a time comes up and there's nobody in that chat, you get nothing.
Well, let's kick it up. Uncharted movie trailer. Show us the trailer.
Let's watch the trailer. Yeah, let's get a copyright bloody strike. Let's give all our money to Sony instead of the 8 cents that we make on this show. All right, let's watch it.
There are places out there you can't find on any map. They're not gone. They're just lost.
Hey, kid. A little young for a bartender, aren't you?
A little old for prom, aren't you?
Everything in here. Why the map?
This is the path Ferdinand Magellan took to sail around the world.
You know your history.
It's the biggest treasure that's never been found.
5 billion, easy. I think you're here because you're your brother.
Well, you know my brother Sam?
If we find that gold, we find him too.
Who the hell is this?
I'm a friend of Sully's.
Sully doesn't have any friends. I should know him, one of them.
You are a collector.
Well, I dabble.
I don't dabble. My family has been looking for this fortune for a very long time. So much blood.
I'm pretty sure he just threatened to kill me.
But don't touch your ear like that. You look like an idiot.
You have no idea who you partnered with.
I've been dreaming about this stuff since I was a kid. My brother Sam left one final clue.
Best part of the trailer coming up.
Oh my God!
I shouldn't have come out to play with the big boys, Ian, because you're about to get a proper Scottish welcome.
What?
Oh, crap! Exclusively in movie theaters.
Sorry,
That sounds
Stewie,
like-
if you're listening, but that is exactly what I thought when I heard that. I was like, what the fuck did he just say?
It sounds so much like Gerard Butler, but
What is it?
yeah, I don't know if it actually is, if he's in all makeup or whatnot, but brilliant. What do you think of it?
No, I don't think it was. Look, I'm excited for it. Look, video game movies, I generally like them, even if they're shit. There are some out there that are exceptions to that with me. But I think I'll enjoy it. However, did you notice that for the vast majority of that trailer, both of us were happy to just sit and watch it?
Yeah,
No comments were made until I said best part of the trailer coming up. That is the only part that made me want to comment. The rest of it was just this is a couple of the Uncharted games mashed into a movie, which I think will be okay. What's his name? Marky Mark is growing on me as Sully. I do think he should have had a mo. But he's growing on me.
Wasn't there pictures of him with a mo?
Yes, but I don't think that was from this. I think it was just somebody posted up photos of him when he had a mo at some stage of his life.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, he's growing on me. The movie looks like it'll be okay.
Apparently it's technically set before the games. So it's the lead up to the first game and sort of encompasses that. And that's why they went with, Mark Wahlberg and Tom Holland, because they have that younger element to it.
That I don't understand is that looks like the ship. Let me see if I can bring it up. The ship that they fight, that Nathan Drake fights Rafe in Uncharted 4. So that's why I'm a little confused on that. Where
isn't the plane he falls out of Uncharted 3?
The one with the cargo thing at the back?
I'm pretty sure that's the start of 3.
Yes, no, it's not the start, but yeah, it is in.
But it's in there.
It is in 3. I'm trying to find it. I don't know where it is. Here somewhere. Fortune, favors. No, that's the plane. Oh my god. Here, let me close. Oh my god, it chops all over the place. Yeah, he's got no friends because you're one of them. That's very contradictory. Is it at the start? Fuck, I don't know. Just let it play. But yeah, I feel like it's almost like the storyline jumps around a bit. Look, that part at the beginning, that reminds me of the first game, the scuba diving, because in the very first game you start off scuba diving for treasure. There, that thing there. Oh, it's like half a second. That looks like the ship that you. Oh, it's only half on the screen for the. There we go. The area in Uncharted 4 where you end up fighting Rafe, and there's a whole shitload of gold there. Was it Henry Avery?
Yeah, the pirates. What do they call it? It's like the Pirates Cove, their world where they all sort of lived.
Yeah. So that's that's what I think of when I see that. But then that the crates scene, this one here, this is Uncharted 3. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they're writing it. Look, I've got faith in it because of what it is. It's pedigree. It's not exactly a B-grade video game. Why would they be happy with a B-grade?
You've got to remember too, it's made for, an all-encompassing audience. So it's not going to be 100%, to the video games, because a lot of people aren't going to get the references to the video game that are going to watch this. Coming soon next year, isn't it? Early next year.
Yeah. Let's just say Did it say it at the end?
Yeah, let's say early next year. The Uncharted 4 and
no, that's the Legacy of Thieves collection is early 2022, February 18 for the movie.
Yeah.
There you go. And with a bit of luck, we won't be in lockdown. We'll be able to go watch it when it actually comes out. All right.
New stuff. All right, cool, mate. Activision is taking action in their lawsuit. So, the good old lawsuit with Activision and Blizzard and he said, she said, they touched.
Oh, yes.
So, the bad working environment, just people being absolute brats. Anyway, so good old.
Compelling story, mate. You are grabbing an audience here.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Anyway, Fran Townsend, who was one of the original people that come under a lot of fire with some comments early on. Activision Blizzard's future depends on fostering a company culture where all feel safe and heard. One part is that Activision Blizzard needs to improve to its employees that when they speak up about any issues, they have been heard. I've been quietly listening over the last few months to your comments, concerns, and observations. I'm grateful for everyone who shared their points of view, especially those who challenged us to do better. It is important to me that you know how seriously I take this and how committed I am to the next steps we take together. We are working tirelessly to ensure that moving forward, this is a place where people are not only heard, but empowered. So that's a good thing, seeing that they've come out and released this information. This was actually said on a company email that went out, and obviously has also been shared with the media at large. From that, 20 people have been exited from the organisation.
I thought you were going to say executed. I was going to say, this is getting juicy. Go on.
They've been taken out and Call of Duty. They've been exited from the company because of the investigations and allegations brought against them. There is also another 20 or so that are facing disciplinary action. So they've actually gone and really seem to be taking a big step forward. There's also 3 additional full-time roles that have been created as kind of like a part of a HR offset, which is, around the workplace culture and making sure that people are doing the right thing. So it seems to be from, what a lot of people were saying that was an early flare-up. It has kept its legs and people are actually listening to the complaints that have been done. And it's good to see some things actually coming out about it. Have you heard much in your world as regards to what's been going on?
No, this is the first time I've heard of it in a very long time. You bring it up. I haven't heard anything, no.
No? 18. The problem was that there's sexual assault allegations, terrible working environments, inappropriate bullying, everything along those sorts of lines that shouldn't really be happening in a workplace that's in a workplace, really.
Yeah, that's it. Full stop there. Look,
Yeah.
I mean, it's any company. It doesn't matter that they're Activision. It doesn't matter that they're Blizzard. Ubisoft had the same thing. They've all had it. There are creeps and assholes and just pieces of shit everywhere we go in every organisation. Snoogs, are we an organisation? Because that would mean that one of us is a piece of shit.
I don't think we're an organisation.
So we're exempt. We don't have one.
We don't have one. If you touch me, I touch you. It's kind of
it's
just how it works. It's mutual.
Can't really complain when we're both happy to do X and Y, but yeah, I think we're exempt from that. But yeah, look, they're all out there. It doesn't matter that they're video game big AAA companies. I don't even really think it's any of our business. Really, I think they should feel the full force of the trouble that they've brought on themselves. But and if the company, so if, let's say, for example, Shitbag Inc. that makes AAA video games, if they are aware of it, upper management is aware and they allow it to happen, then yes, the company should feel the force of it. But if it is something that's being taken care of, then the individuals themselves should be taken out the back and shot, really. With a big dildo gun up the arse. I don't know, but whatever. Look, it's taste of their own medicine, really. But there are too many of these pieces of shit out there, and it's good to see that people are standing up for it. Now, I don't know the full ins and outs of it. It goes both ways as well. And in saying that, what I'm saying is that there is a lot of the cancel culture out there where people will be up in arms about almost anything. So I don't know. Well, I don't want to suggest that these people making these claims are making it up or making it something that it isn't, but that does happen as well. But it's keeping an open mind and thinking about the two sides.
There
of
are
the story.
people out there that classify they're being bullied when really, they're just being asked to do their job.
Yeah, and they're not good at it, or they're being lazy or something. And you're picking on me. Well, I'm pointing out that you're not doing your job properly. What we paid you to do. That's not bullying, mate. That's me expecting more from you. Yeah, there's fine lines there, and I think sometimes today, those sort of things go to the wayside, and it just gets turned into, like a bullying situation when really it's just you're a shit employee. And they want you to either be better or fuck off. But anyway, well, I don't know. I probably shouldn't comment on things like that because I come across like an arsehole, which is probably not the first time I've done it during the process of the show anyway. So I don't know why I'm worried about it.
Yes, like the new comedy thing with Dave Chappelle, but don't get me started on that because that is fucking hilarious. God of War.
Is awesome. You want to talk about filling cups?
How good a news is this?
This is the best news I've seen all this week, and we also got a murmur of the Splinter Cell game that might be a thing, but this is a definite. It's this way. This is a definite. God of War is coming to PC. 15th of January, 2022. This is amazing. This means that God of War, which looked phenomenal on console, on the PlayStation 4, is going to get what it deserves. A system with actual power. Oh, this is going to be so good. This is going to sell like wildfire. You mark my words, this will be a big thing when this game launches. Unless it's broken as shit and doesn't work properly, that could be a mess. But as long as this has a pretty solid launch, we're going to hear about it. It is going to be big. So there you go.
Have you seen anything in regards to the updates to it? Like, are they adding ray tracing? Are they doing any of that next gen type stuff?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
See if it says anything here. PC features. Here we go. High fidelity graphics, striking visuals enhanced on PC. Enjoy true 4K, not the fake shit. NVIDIA DLSS and reflex support. If you've got a good GPU, ultra wide support and controls customization. You can support for DualSense and DualShock, so you can use your PS5 controller, which is interesting. I don't know if it'll use the fancy nubbins, but that's a thing. Yeah. So I don't think it's got ray tracing, but it's going to have DLSS. Drop my pen. And ultra wide support. So if you've got one of them gigantic 32 by 9, whatever they are.
Yeah. Roscoe's got one.
Has he?
And I was there. I was there last week, and as soon as I walked in, my wife grabbed me and went no, and took me back out of the. Yeah, I'm not allowed to get one apparently. That she knows about anyway.
You should say to her, if you're going to say no to one of these, you're going to have to say yes to something else. And then you play Back for Blood.
Yes, exactly. On an ultra wide.
On an ultra wide. Oh, shit. You said it. Don't ever say ultra wide around your missus.
No.
But yeah, that's coming. And it's mad.
That's
and
coming.
I'm really excited for it. I've already played it. I will be playing it again.
I'll come around and have a look at yours because I don't think my GPU is going to take much more out of it than what has already been done. So,
2070 Super. Yeah, come over. Come see it on mine.
Yeah, I'll just come around. All good. That's it for the news, mate.
All right.
We're done. Last words.
Last words it is. I have some last words this week that I added to the list that I sent you.
Cool. What have you got?
What did I send you? Was there any last words that I sent you?
No, only the entries.
Yeah, no. Well, then I just added last words. I thought I had stuff. GTA remasters.
Oh, yes. I completely forgot about this.
We talked about them last show. Okay, I mentioned that they were a thing. However, GTA San Andreas remaster, so just the one, not the trilogy, San Andreas will be on Game Pass. If you want the other two, you'll have to buy them. But that's pretty cool that they managed to snag one of them for Game Pass. I haven't played San Andreas before. So I finally get to play it. I know a lot of people go, what? You never played San Andreas? That and Vice City are like the best GTA games ever. Yeah, okay, but I wasn't interested.
I wouldn't go that far with Vice City, but San Andreas, yeah.
A lot of people say it, but anyway, I'm going to play San Andreas because it's going to be on Game Pass now. So that's
Did you
that's
see
a thing.
The reveal of the upgrades? Have you seen the video?
No.
Can you jump on YouTube and have a look?
All right.
Because there's a video where they do a like a side-by-side comparison, and then where it wipes across the screen to the new stuff.
From Rockstar or? Oh,
I think it was direct from Rockstar. Yeah,
it is. Yeah, this one.
So when you see what they've actually done to it, although I'm not sure if I'm a fan of, they get rid of the blockiness in some aspects. But amazing upgrades.
Back the way they used to be.
Oh wow! Wow!
Well, that ought to put the coyote in the chicken coop, huh?
Oh yeah! And if he's ratting us out, kill him. It's easy.
Yeah, I like that.
You say it like it's a bad thing.
Shut up, Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good,
So
man.
not a bad little thing. So is there? Fuck off. Things people out.
LTTstore.com.
LT.
Oh, I'm just doing a segue to the Linus Tech Tips store while you malfunction.
No, I was looking to see if there was anything on Steam about Grand Theft Auto, about it all. Like if there was a price for the whole thing together, but can't see one at the time. I should have looked at it earlier. Anyway, mate, yes, November 11th. What have you got? What else you got?
Oh, that was it.
That was it?
Yeah, that was all, man. That's a
Beauty.
big bunch of
All right.
last words for me.
Cool. Sounds good. All right. Well, that's it. Thanks, everyone, for listening along and those that are chatting live. Before we do jump into saying goodbye to everyone, put up the big giveaway game.
Oh, you want to do that again?
Yeah, chuck it up for a minute.
All right. So
Or 30
whoever
seconds.
that was can get their thing, get it out, punch it
Yeah.
out.
Come on,
There we
Grub.
go.
What you got?
Get her. Go on, get her. Wraithy says number two is Centipede for the Atari. He just beat Grub.
Oh, no.
That was the one I was giving a hint for, too. Good hint, by the sounds of things. Oh, that was Wraith, wasn't it? Yeah, Wraith.
That was Wraith.
Wraith and... mine first on my screen. Oh, not this shit again! Switch your thing to live chat, not top chat.
Not top chat.
Let me double check what I've got on mine here. Yeah, no,
Mine's
I've
on
got
live chat.
mine's on live chat and has Wraithy first. Sorry, Grub. Did you see what order it came up on the screen? But anyway, not doing this again. Not doing it again. Anyone else? There's a couple others left there.
What do we got? 4, 8, 11, and 13 left.
Actually, I can... Yeah, you can rewind. You can rewind on this, can't you? Let's go back. And we've got...
Do, 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 do.
Yeah, look. Can you... Oh, that's too small. Yeah, that's too
To the
small.
bunker.
Yeah. Wraithy. That was Wraithy in the video ref.
We gotcha.
Anyone got any other answers? I think that was all they had. All right,
Yeah.
let's go. Hit
All right.
Wraithy in 3, 2, 1.
2.
6.
Aye.
Here we go. Well done, Wraithy. Jeez, he's on the ball. He'll be on the shaft.
On the ball
next.
today. Right now, Grub's cursing that you rang him beforehand. You remember it and remind him?
Ah. Oh, well.
All right, well, that's it. Let's close it up, shall we, mate?
Finish
You got anything
the
else?
show. No.
Thanks, everyone, for joining this week. Joining us this week. We will see you for the next one. Be sure to hit that sub button wherever you're watching or listening along. Don't forget to continue any of the topics we've discussed on our show over in our Discord channel or hit us up via our socials. You can find Lucas at AussieGamers12 on Twitter and me at Snoogervision on Twitter. While you're at it, hit up the website, www.theagexp.com. Links, as always, are in the podcast show notes and descriptions wherever they're found. That's all from me. I've been Snoogs.
I've been Lucas.
See us next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, dude. Ooh, once again, we have reached the end of another week in gaming, and if you've listened all the way up until this point of the show, then there's a good chance that you're a perfect fit for the AGExp Discord channel, and you can join by using the links in the show description. Once you've joined, you will find yourself within a community of amazing people who are all interested in one thing, and that's gaming. You can also join in live while we record the show and have your say. Now, don't forget to subscribe to this podcast so you'll be notified when the next episode is available for your listening pleasure. Until next time, take care, be safe, and keep on gaming.